Our most troubled youth are often the most difficult to educate. A rough childhood, a difficult home life, violence or drugs. These are just a few of the countless issues putting promising futures at risk. Dropping out isn't an option. Sometimes a change of scenery, a completely different environment is all that's needed. A safe, structured environment where leadership traits are developed, life skills are taught, and academic achievement is promoted. A place like the Grizzly Youth Academy at the National Guard's training base in San Luis Obispo, where to date, close to 2,500 young lives have been changed for the better. It's a world away from school or life in a rough neighborhood back home. More demanding both physically and mentally, with challenges unlike anything they have ever faced before. The end of the road for some students, a last chance for others to set things right and get their lives back on track. The Grizzly Youth Academy at Camp San Luis Obispo offers a unique blend of charter school education and quasi-military training. It's a strict, regimented environment that isn't for the faint of heart.
Everywhere I go.
They're going through something very similar to what a basic training environment would be like. I mean, it's long days, it's a lot of time on your feet, it's very physical, and on top of that, it's very emotionally and mentally stressful as well. I mean, for these kids, some of them, they've never been away from home before.
Grizzly, funded primarily by the federal government with assistance from grants and donations, is one of only 2 such programs in the state. Sunburst Academy in Los Alamitos serves Southern California, while Grizzly plays host to students from Northern California, the Central Coast, and Kern County.
Parade, right, forward, march!
The National Guard runs the program, while the educational component is administered by the San Luis Obispo County Office of Education. Although involvement in the program is voluntary, requirements for acceptance are rigid. Among them, prospective cadets must be 16 to 18 years old, drug-free, have no felony convictions, and be committed to making a change in their life. We met several local youth looking to make that change at an orientation in Bakersfield just weeks before their departure for Grizzly.
I want to actually be something in life, be something, you know what I mean? I want to have something so I can, like, if one day I have a wife or a family, I want to provide something for them. I just don't want to be a low life.
I've been caught up into a lot of things, bad things, and I get tired of it after a while, and then it got me in some serious trouble.
The stories are all too familiar to Staff Sergeant Simone Holt.
They have struggles. That's why they're here.
For former gang member Natalie Baltazar, this trip to Grizzly is actually a second chance.
I got kicked out because of tattooing people and people tattooing me. So in less than 5 minutes, I was out of Grizzly.
Elvin Diaz says he hopes to stick around.
I'm going to be there for 5 months and a half. And I'm going to try to stay there and not get kicked out. Like, always motivate myself.
So this gives them that time away from everything, away from all the drama outside, to focus in on themselves and really get to know who they are, what their goals, what their dreams are.
Stacy Rodriguez hopes to sort out some personal demons as well as damaged family relationships.
I got into high school, things became more difficult because you know how high school is like, you get teased and all that. So I just started drinking, not coming home, talking back.
And for Luis Fonseca, Grizzly Academy is the end of the line.
Really, I was getting kicked out mostly at every school that I was going to, every school. And well, I been getting kicked out for mostly a lot of fights and all that. And, you know, gangbanging, graffiti and all that. And, like, I just don't really want that in my life no more, you know.
With legal problems looming, his probation officer says all charges will be dropped if he graduates from the program. A chance to start over with a clean slate and a promising future.
I think about my future a lot because the way I'm going now is not that good, but I want to improve that. I mean, I've done things right now already to, like, get me out of that situation. So, I mean, this is part of the plan. By attending this school is part of the plan to help me out.
I'd like to be successful, because right now, if I was to stay in the same path, I don't think I'd probably be dead sooner or later.
Grizzly Academy represents a significant lifestyle change and hope.
I heard that some of them don't make it, but like I hope I make it. That's one of my goals, try to make it right there.
But Elvin didn't make it. He was a no-show.
Why don't you leave me alone?
Home run. Mark.
And many more don't make it through the first 2 weeks at Grizzly, an intense introduction to the program known as Shark Attack.
We wake them up early. It's still dark outside, you know, and there's whistles blowing and there's yelling.
We're in their face, we're telling them, why are you here?
And there's, immense amount of exercises, and it's about an hour long or so, and it's a very stressful environment for them intentionally to assert command. Secondly, it allows us to determine their stress threshold.
Remember Marianne Goodman? She made it, but it wasn't easy.
We did nothing but PT the whole morning, and it was kind of hard.
The first day of Shark Attack was really intense. I mean, very intense. I seen grown kids just crying.
Daniel Balderrama survived Shark Attack 2.
Just started telling myself, just keep going, don't stop, just keep going.
Barely into the 20-week residential phase, Stacy Rodriguez was sent home. But Natalie Baltazar and Luis Fonseca made it, along with another Kern County cadet, Shafter's Aldo Garcia.
I had to look in deep within me, because I really want this. I really wanted to do this. I really want to make a change for myself.
We started working with Aldo just over a year ago, and he has been consistent with the communications with us. It was a bit of a challenge to get him here. Unfortunately, Aldo had some felonies on his record. We were able to get his case back into court. They reduced the felonies to misdemeanors, and we resubmitted his application to the Grizzly Youth Academy, and he was accepted.
Kevin Keys, along with fellow prevention specialist Sal Arias, both instrumental in bringing the local contingent of cadets to Grizzly, work closely with troubled youth through Project 180, a gang prevention program sponsored in part by the Kern County Superintendent of Schools Office, in partnership with the Kern County Board of Supervisors. More than just talking the talk, both Keys and Arias walk the walk, serving as mentors.
Well, mentors really give the mentees an excellent opportunity to succeed, not only while they're here in the residential phase, but once they graduate from the academy, and mentors play an important role in their success.
All cadets are required to have a mentor, a caring, concerned adult offering guidance and support throughout the program. Well into the post-residential phase, when cadets move on and mentors document their progress in monthly reports submitted to the academy. Another key component to Grizzly's success is academics. The Grizzly Challenge Charter School, with general education courses aligned to California standards, offers diplomas to cadets who meet graduation requirements. Here, within the intimate confines of an average everyday classroom, where instructors are more often able to provide one-on-one attention, the general environment of the academy spills over.
We've got teachers that are hand-selected, that are trained specifically to deal with this type of student. And then you've got cadre in the classroom as well. If behavior problems start coming up, or if students need more help with individual stuff with work, they can get the attention they need and not distract from the other cadets.
The cadre here are awesome, even though they might come as to being tough sometimes, but they really truly care, and I never had that, so it makes me feel wanted.
They come here, they have a roof over their head, they have 3 meals in a cot type of thing, and that is healing right there for a lot of these kids.
It becomes so routine that they thrive for more. When they first get here, it's like, oh, I can't handle this is crazy. But by the time the cadets get to graduation, they want to stay.
I think the huge component is it's residential. It gets them away from their environment. That's why it works.
And the proof is in the results.
I was just thinking about doing wrong, doing bad things. And now I actually think about doing good, helping my family, putting them first instead of me.
And that new way of thinking translates into a reorganization of priorities, a change in school habits, and Aldo has become a straight A student. Big changes for Natalie, too.
I used to have straight F's, and now I have 3 A's and 1 B+, so that's great.
And for the first time in a long time, serious self-reflection.
I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned about who I really am,
and excitement for the future.
I'm going to go to college. I want to become a preschool teacher.
I have like a big dream about opening a shop, mechanics and stuff like that. It's my dreams right there.
Graduation day at the Cal Poly campus in San Luis Obispo. Here, in the shadow of the Performing Arts Center, a military pass and review. Inside, honors and recognition for the 164 graduating cadets of the 23rd Grizzly Academy class who dedicated 5 physically draining, emotionally demanding months to the life-altering goal of change. For Marianne Goodman, a physical fitness award from a program she wasn't sure she could complete just 20 short weeks ago, an academy she has now grown to love and doesn't want to leave.
Marianne Goodman.
I fell in love with this place while I was here. It's like my home.
Natalie Baltazar.
Natalie Baltazar crossed the stage, no longer a cadet, but a Grizzly graduate.
Now I know who I am, who I can stand up for. It's just, I changed.
Daniel Balderrama made it, but the dream of opening up his own body shop will have to wait a bit.
Right now, I plan to join the military actually, and pursue a career in the military.
He's more mature, and he's changed 100%. Positive, yes. I'm very proud. I'm very glad I bring him to this place.
Luis Fonseca.
For Last Chance, Luis Fonseca, a new attitude and a new path with a high school diploma paving the way.
I was one of the 4 that got accepted to AmeriCorps. I'm pretty psyched about what's going to happen next. I'm a little happy, anxious, a little depressed now that I got to leave the family that I made right here at Grizzly, because you do make a family.
A diploma for Aldo Garcia, too, as well as something a little extra.
The Captain Ramona E. Chipman Award for Ethics goes to cadets Virginia Reyes and Aldo Garcia.
A $100 scholarship. No longer just a hope for a bright future, but a solid plan to ensure it.
I know I see a clear path ahead of me, My attitude towards everything changed, completely changed.
For Mentor Keys, the personal investment in Aldo's future has paid off, and the return, priceless.
I started out being his mentor, but it turned into a friendship. And I think it's done more for me as it has for him. It's just a great experience.
You see these gold ropes around their collars, and they're a high school graduate now, and they're an adult now. And it's like this look comes over their face like, uh-oh. Now I've got to make the decisions, and now I've got to choose my path. So that's awesome.
Grizzly Youth Academy enrollment is limited, and spots for the 2 yearly residential classes fill up quickly. For an application and more information on the program, visit the Academy online or contact the admissions office at 1-800-926-0643.